Stefon Diggs was traded to the Houston Texans for a 2025 first round pick. This is a great value for a number one wide receiver. What makes this trade crazy is the fact that the Texans, as of right now, have no plans to keep him for more than a year. The Texans are coming off their best year since 2019. With their young core and their young head coach in DeMeco Ryans, everything has gone right for them. In 2024, the team is trying to build off this momentum by getting one of the top wide receivers in the NFL in Stefon Diggs. Stefon Diggs has had a great NFL career in his first 9 years in the NFL. He was a 5th round draft pick, and in his first 5 years, he spent them with the Vikings. His last 4 years, however, he has spent them with Josh Allen and the Bills. Over the last 4 years he has had with the Bills, he has had over 100 receptions each year and over 1,200 yards. He has been selected to the Pro Bowl the last 4 years and has been one of the most productive players on that Bills offense. However, Stefon Diggs and Josh Allen have not been able to overcome adversity in the playoffs. They have lost 3 times to the Chiefs in the playoffs over the last 4 years. These shortcomings have put a lot of pressure on the Bills to change something, as they have not been able to get over the hump. What is crazy is that usually the pressure comes from outside the building, from the fan base. But this pressure wasn't coming from the fan base. This pressure was coming from none other than yours truly, Stefon Diggs. In the 2023 offseason, it was reported that there was tensions between Josh Allen and Stefon Diggs. Josh Allen at the time shrugged this off as just a friendly banter between the two, and that nothing was really serious. But when Stefon Diggs did not show up to the first week of training camp, people knew that something was wrong. Even I knew that something was wrong. Hey guys, I'd really appreciate it if you could subscribe and comment down below what I could improve on my videos so the next time you watch, you have a better time with the video. I'm new to YouTube and I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much. However, on the bright side, Stefon Diggs did end up showing up 1 week into training camp. This got the media and everyone to be quiet and not really bring up the issue very much all of last year. It is still unclear to this day what was going on between Stefon Diggs and Josh Allen. The assumption is that Stefon Diggs does not appreciate how much Josh Allen would turn over the ball. And turn over the ball, Josh Allen did in 2023. The Bills in 2023 started the season off horribly, losing to the Jets, who had a backup QB in Zach Wilson. Tim Graham reported that Diggs approached Allen in the locker room, and Allen did not react well to whatever Diggs said to him. Josh Allen snapped at him, and the only quote that he could pull from the conversation was, "It's one game." At this point, I believe everyone had to know that the chemistry between them was over. However, everybody inside the Bills team and outside of the Bills team said nothing about this incident until recently. But in that game, what is interesting is that Stefon Diggs had 13 targets, 10 receptions, and 1 touchdown. Like the previous year, Stefon Diggs started the season on fire, getting over 600 yards in the first 6 games. But it quickly came to a halt in Week 7, where he never had another 100-yard receiving game for the Bills. His last touchdown even came in Week 12 against the Eagles. But for some reason, this did not slow down the Bills, who ended up winning games at the end and made the divisional round of the playoffs to lose against the Chiefs in another crazy playoff game. This could be why Stefon Diggs took offense when a fan tweeted out, "Does Josh Allen benefit from having a top-tier wide receiver?" Yes. Is he essential to success? No. Where Stefon Diggs responded, "Are you sure?" However, is there some truth behind this tweet, and is there a reason that Stefon Diggs took offense to this? The good thing about all this chaos for the Bills is that it only benefits one team, and this team is the Texans. They used a 2nd round pick to secure themselves one of the best wide receiver cores in the NFL. They have Nico Collins, John Mechie, and now Stefon Diggs, with a great young QB. CJ Stroud had one of the best seasons we've ever seen from a rookie QB, especially as of late. Even though last year he was one of the most pressured QBs in the NFL, he still put up amazing stats. Last year, Stroud threw for 4,500 yards, 26 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. When compared to Josh Allen, who had almost 4,700 yards, 33 touchdowns, and a staggering 18 turnovers, it is clear that Stroud was playing way above his expected outcome as a rookie. If Stefon Diggs was frustrated with the fact that Josh Allen would turn the ball over during really important moments in a game, he's going to love the fact that CJ Stroud does not have this tendency. If CJ Stroud can improve just a bit with this better offense, things are going to be amazing for Stefon Diggs. Now, it's super interesting that the Texans are going to have one of the best wide receiver cores in the NFL. But what makes this trade even weirder is that the Texans traded away a 2nd round draft pick to keep Diggs for just 1 year. Keep in mind, they're giving him a 2025 second round draft pick for Stefon Diggs, and Stefon Diggs won't even be there in 2025. As soon as the trade was made, they renegotiated his contract to make him a free agent for the 2025 season. I believe they did this for several reasons. One is to keep Stefon Diggs motivated to fight for another contract. Two, he had a super large contract, and I don't think that the team wanted to stick with that because right now they have such a young team and they can go and pick up anybody. Whereas if they got locked in with Stefon Diggs too early, then this could ruin their potential for a Super Bowl if this all ends up blowing up in their face, as it did for the Bills. Another thing is, people have to realize that Stefon Diggs the last 2 years has had a horrible second half to the season. Now, I don't think that this is because of age, but I think this is because defenses adjust and they start defending the Bills' only wide receiver / weapon in Stefon Diggs. Now, many people around the NFL don't believe this and they think that he's falling off. But remember, he's still just 30 years old. Stefon Diggs has a lot of talent in him, and it's rare that it just disappears from someone who is just 30 years old. This contract also gives Diggs freedom and peace of mind to know that he can go to another team in the future. It has always been rumored they wanted to go and play with his brother in the future. But who knows, maybe he's going to love playing with CJ Stroud. What also shows us that the Texans are going all in right now in 2024 is the fact that they are paying under market value for Stefon Diggs. The Texans are taking a $5.8 million cap hit to have Stefon Diggs on the team. The nice thing for them is the Bills are still paying $31 million of Stefon Diggs' contract for this year. Getting a wide receiver with this much experience in a young wide receiver core and a young team at this price is crazy to me. I think it shows that DeMeco Ryans is definitely ready to win and that he knows what it takes to win. He came from the 49ers, where the 49ers are doing the exact same thing with Brock Purdy. Right now that they have a cheap contract with Brock Purdy, they're going all in on players around the team to make them great and take them to the next level. This is exactly what the Texans are doing, but just in a different way because their quarterback is better in CJ Stroud. Now, what is annoying is that, like any trade, there's always scrutiny from around the NFL. People are saying that they don't think he cares about winning anymore, since he is heading into his 10th season as a wide receiver. They think he just wants money and does not care about getting to the Super Bowl anymore. Well, let me tell you, these people are completely wrong. There is no way that Stefon Diggs does not care about a Super Bowl. I think that's the reason that he wanted out of the Bills in the first place. He realized that their potential there had peaked and that there was no coming back from it. Not only this, but he got to choose where he wanted to be traded. So he chose the Texans, a young team that last year way overperformed what they were supposed to do on the field, and now he wants to bring his experience to the team and take him to the next level. The Texans have to get their defense better this year. And with another year under DeMeco Ryans, they will get better. Last year they were ranked 14th in yards per game. If they can improve on this and be in the top 10 or 8 teams in terms of defense, they will be one of the best teams in the NFL. I truly hope that you enjoyed this video with all the positivity I have going on with the Texans. They're really one of the funnest teams for me to watch. And if you want to watch more of my content, watch my video on Jaden Daniels and how the Commanders plan to make him the next CJ Stroud.